Good evening, gamers. Welcome to the Doom Spiral's very first podcast. My name is John from Team Doom Spiral. I got my co-host here, Garrett from Team Doom Spiral.
Yeah.
Yo. So today,
how's it going?
hey gamers.
Hey gamer, how's your gamer day?
Yeah. Hoping everyone's having a wonderful gamer day.
It's another great day of Clown World
Oh yeah.
that I've never fought.
Me neither, dude.
I never had the displeasure.
Oh man, what a clown world it is we're in. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what everyone tells me.
Well,
I've never fought Tau or Harlequins yet, so I just live in my own ignorant world.
man, you're lucky.
I mean, I fight mainly you.
Oh
So
no, never
I've
mind.
only fought Crusher Stampede,
I take it back.
and I fought Eldar like 2 weeks ago.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Oh man.
tough. It's a weird game.
Heard it was really close.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was pretty close. I eked out the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can't convince me salvos are good. They kill nothing every time I use them. I had to kill everything in melee, but I, just played objectives, man. I don't know what to tell you.
That's the beauty of this game. Sometimes all you have to do is just play primary.
It's basically all I could do, dude. You just kept killing all my shit. I couldn't do anything.
Oh my goodness.
It was dumb.
So that's and you know that's really one of the things we're going to be talking about as soon as our guest gets here is the lethality of the game, the way things have been slowly creeping towards it. Poggy Woggy.
Poggy Woggy.
Poggy Woggy. No, but really just excited to get this all started, get everyone here. Should be interesting. See how this all pans out.
Yeah. I mean, Eldar seemed like a good book. They seem very strong. Fate dice need to be nerfed. They need to be a once per phase thing, like Sisters of Battle. Just my understanding of it. You know, maybe not getting 6 per turn or something. You know, they could use them for psychic tests. Sisters can't. Just literally like a better faction mechanic in every single way possible. On cheaper models that have rend on their weapons.
I feel like,
great.
what do you call it? Luck of the Laughing God is pretty similar in a similar vein.
What the hell is that?
It's the
Is that
Harlequin variant.
Is that the 1s and 3s can't hit or something?
No, they get their own version of basically miracle dice.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they can use them on, I believe it's hit rolls, wound rolls, saves.
Oh, so it's kind of the same as Fate dice.
Exactly. I don't know if you.
Okay.
I think they're mutually exclusive though. I don't think you can have both. But this is a high up hot take from someone who has not played against Harlequins. So take that with a grain of salt.
Idea. I haven't seen a clown since 7th edition, so I'm just gonna. Oh, I know. I fought them one game at 8th edition, but that didn't really count.
Yeah.
I was playing Death Guard with all flamethrowers, so like.
From what I've heard, they're really oppressive.
Yeah, pretty sure there's a pretty lengthy Goonhammer article that I've moused over.
Oh no, quite a few articles have been written about this, both on Reddit, Goonhammer, various sources, all saying pretty much the same thing about exactly how caustic this army has become. I guess.
Makes everyone miss AdMech, doesn't it?
Oh man, brother, tell me. Remember when people used to think Drukhari were scary, and when Death Guard used to rule the meta, there was a time.
The 65% win rate, the oppressiveness.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure like Crap World Eldar have like the same win rate as Drukhari at their peak, and it's just like, and everyone's like, oh my god, Harlequins.
Oh dude, Harlequins. So, I mean,
Like
dude,
custodes and like Tau have a higher win rate than Drukhari at their peak. It's just like, wow, these Harlequins in Tau. It's like
when you know it's bad when Harlequins are brigading fucking custodes and Tau effortlessly.
yeah, effort. Yeah,
Big feels bad.
I have no idea. I haven't read any of the Harlequin or LR stuff. I usually stay away from those armies. T3 is pretty disgusting.
What do you call them? Knife ears?
Yeah, knife feud armies. I don't really I don't really look at their data sheets that much. So I don't really have anything to say about them. I fought them once, and I can't say they're really annoying. Like I think they're like really. I feel like they're really good. Just like kind of front-loaded damage on like a bunch of cheap models is really stupid.
It is really stupid.
But they are made out of paper mache as their downfall. So it's like they hurt a lot. But to put in perspective, I had 2 Gladius Dreadnoughts, and they both had flamethrowers, and they never saw combat just because whenever they shot out, their flamethrower would instantly die. So it's not like it's like stupid. It's just like they're a very mobile army that has to shoot and run away and stuff, and it's kind of cool. I mean, like, it's probably not fun to fight. I mean, I can tell you it wasn't fun to fight, but I mean, it's not like impossible.
Yeah. It's amazing though the little things that T3 bodies can ultimately do and what they can stand up to, dude. It's kind of crazy, bro.
I mean, yeah, I mean, especially when like they have a guaranteed save mechanic, which is really, really toxic for the game. It's just like guaranteed saves. Like Sisters of Battle was like already bad. Like people were like, "Oh, this is stupid," but then like they just released it on like a better army that has psychic capabilities. Can we let's not even talk about that. These guys can do psychic. Sisters have like the benefit of all that stuff with the caveat that like they only play 3 phases of the game.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just silly. LR just move fast. I mean, like, a Sister of Battle is like what 11 points for like a T3 body with a 3-up armor save with a Strength 4 AP nothing gun, and then you just buy a Guardian who's like what 7 or 8 points. He's like an Assault 2 weapon, Strength 4 AP -1, 6s are AP -3.
Yeah.
Moves 7 inches.
Well, things are kind of going askew when even your basic troop units are able to access such high AP values with a relatively low point cost. It's
getting ridiculous. Where like a Termagant has a smart missile shot now.
Whoa! Like, yeah. Oh, dude. Yes.
Like the Bolter is just like this disgusting plebeian firearm now. It's like why even? I mean, like people will say like, oh, Space Marines have a 3-up save, but like I was playing Custodes and against like my opponent, like I didn't roll a single 2-up armor save the game. I was on my invul most of the time, and like just taking 4-ups. And I'm playing Custodes, right? Like we're supposed to be like the tanky army, like oh, you get a 2-up save most of the game. Right. But, like a Dire Avenger shot at me, and I'm on my 4-up invul, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like this just doesn't make any sense. It's like, why does basic infantry have like Ren -2 on like decent guns? I mean, I get it. Like, I don't want to sound ignorant, but like, yes, they die if you shoot them. Like, if a bolt gun shot at a Dire Avenger, he's most likely gonna die.
Right.
But the points difference is there, and it's kind of showing, right? Like every Marine army's kind of falling off. Like slowly, not like immediately, right? But like slowly. Just like you don't need. Just like slow-moving infantry that don't really do anything doesn't really win the game anymore like it did at the start of the edition, where everything was still an 8th book, that just didn't do enough damage. But now that more 9th books are coming out, just more damage is being shown in the game, and like these bodies you pay for just aren't holding up. So you'd rather just have these cheaper models just to stand on objectives. That's like why Custode bikes are so good, is like they're a little undercosted for what they do, and they move 14 inches and are T6 with 5.
Hello!
Hey, what up? We've already started. Welcome.
I heard.
We got our guest here.
Alright, enough filler. This is the main attraction.
So, Garrett, Austin, you've met each other before. This is Austin, for everyone. Austin from EWG, Eternal Wargaming. Welcome, dude.
The best.
The best.
The best. The absolute, undivided champions of the Northern LA Ventura County gaming community.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
Doom Spiral's continental. Like, we have people in LA County and we have people in Jacksonville, so.
And North Carolina. We've
Might be
been branching
one way.
out a little
Well,
bit.
here's the thing though,
Yeah.
we don't cut our excellent team down with such trash. And I'm just joking.
Oh,
No, you know. Here's the selection
Oh.
process. Here's the selection process. We
They
pull
buy your
everyone.
merch?
No.
They buy your merch, right? That's all it takes. That's what I've
Well,
heard.
they buy the healing crystals too, but no. What we get
Oh,
what we do is we get them together in a room with a pool stick and they fight it out. That's how we trimmed it down.
Yeah.
So
We get 10 of them in a room
I
and
need
they
to
pull
do that because
straws.
our thing has just been saying Discord invites. I need to up our game.
Yeah, you need to decimate your team.
Yeah,
you know, just put 10 of them in a room, all of them draw
Go full
straws.
Pederabo on this.
make Decimatio great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
the
kill
Iron
just kill a
Warriors way.
tenth of them. Just kill a tenth
Oh.
of your people.
I don't
Now-
know if we have that many people. I think we're at 12.
See, but you're immune, so it's like. You
Oh no. We
technically have
got
11.
15, 20 people right now. All right, I guess we could kill 2 of them off.
Yeah, see.
Hey, we don't
like,
need them. Let's cut the fat.
So
And make,
one,
make the rest work harder, trust me.
one thing I
Yeah.
wanted to bring a little attention to before we get into our actual discussion is that good old Tactical Tortoise is and take it with a grain of salt. It is April Fool's Day. It looks like he's quitting Warhammer 40k. I'd like
Yeah,
to.
John, you're such a. Hey, John. I have played you on TTS before, and I nearly quit Warhammer 40k because of that experience.
I will-
So, I don't know what to say, man.
Dude, I feel like the 12 Monkeys from from 12 Monkeys. We did this. Doom Spiral did this. We did it. No, but I don't know. I wish the best to the guy. Hopefully he's fine, but I know he malts a lot. Like, I don't know if you saw that game, Austin, but he's
So after you and I had beers at LVO and told me about it, I
Yeah.
went back and watched the VOD. Not because I care about you. I just wanted to watch the rage.
did he disappoint?
Damn.
No, it was pretty solid. It was pretty.
Face in
pretty
palms, bro. Face
Yeah,
in palms.
it was good.
I'm malting, chat.
It was like watching Tyler One's meltdown years ago with League of Legends when he got banned.
Yeah.
It was like on par with that in my mind. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Hey, man. It's fine. It's not indicative of the matchup.
Yeah, it's not predictive of a matchup, and really, only amateurs would ever rage quit at a 40k game. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Hey man, my opponent stopped. My opponent dick stomped me. But if he had done this one thing, he would have done it so much better. But I'm still mad about it, chat. I'll tell you why. Sorry, this game was shit, chat.
Yeah.
No, but all right. So what I really want to get to, and I think, you guys can agree that
Yeah,
we've
sorry
been
for
seeing-
totally Captain Distractoing this whole thing.
that was on me. That's not me.
Yeah,
But-
it's all good.
But to bring it back to the meat and potatoes, I think you guys have all noticed the drastic changes we've been seeing to the meta lately.
I don't know what you're talking about. The game is totally balanced, fun, and fair, and every game is a great game. I will
I
hear
think
none of
that-
your lies.
I think that I'm honest to God,
Yeah, if you ignore
I know
Tau,
I recently switched to Custodes, but I understand. I think the game's in a good spot.
I would say the game is actually, I think, a healthy, fun place. And before we get into all these stats, because I know that's where you want to take us, John.
Mhm.
People need to take the stats. I don't want to say with a grain of salt. Like, yeah, they're vindictive of what is a strong codex and easy to build list. But you also need to take the fact that those are people. That's all they do is play that game, and the majority of us are just hobbyists, building, painting models, playing with friends, going to a weekly game here or there, right?
Yeah.
That's the vast majority of people in Warhammer. And if you're one of those people, I'm definitely one of those people. I'm not a competitive player. I'm the 9th Ultramarine player in the West fucking Coast. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Dude, it's
And
because
that's
you're
a
so
bullshit
good.
stat.
Because you're
Yeah,
so good.
too good. That's what it is. Yeah. No, it's more of a fact that people need to cut back from the stats a little bit and just play your army that you want to play, and it's going to do well. All the 9th edition codexes are solid.
That's the thing though. Is if you're playing at a casual level, if you're not playing the competitive level, you can kind of gloss over a lot of the issues, the glaring issues that
Yeah.
are going on. But when you start playing, oh man, I want to take this a little more seriously, you'll see that
Yeah,
it's pretty awful.
it is rough. It is absolutely just depressing sometimes.
Yeah, the main culprits being Custodes, Tau,
say Eld- just say
Harlequins,
Eldar.
elves.
No, just say
Yeah,
it.
just
It's
elves
just
in
Eldar.
general. Yeah, Eldar in
It's
general.
Eldar, not Drukhari anymore.
Well,
Just
I got-
Eldar.
I got pulled the stream. Who's all watching?
Drukhari are still good, right? I
Yeah, they're
think
solid.
they're still good.
They're really
I
good.
don't know. They've been nerfed like 20 times though, so it's
Do you
like.
call those nerfs or do I call those buffs because they just change points around?
I mean, I can tell you every single thing from the Death Guard Codex has been a nerf.
Yeah.
and it's a nerf that came like 6 months too late. Like it
I
just,
don't want to talk about. We don't need to talk about Death Guard. It's
Well, no,
already
yeah,
done.
and it's yeah.
we don't
Just
talk
beating
about
a dead-
Death Guard. No.
Dude, it's just
We
beating
don't
a
talk
dead
about
plague
Death
versus
Guard.
crawler, man.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's like, and I'm just gonna say this:
yeah.
Ultramarine. I play Ultramarines a lot, and like when the Tau Codex came out, and like GW was realizing what they could get away with their transports, they just dropped another nerf on Ultramarines. Ultramarines have been nerfed 3 times in a row on our our abilities, that it no longer exist. And I'm like, why? Because Tau? You couldn't just change the ruling for Tau?
Right, and I guess that's one thing that I think that you guys have a little more perspective on this than I do, where you played in 7th, you played in 8th, and I think from what I've heard anecdotally is that the amount of meta shift and change like this at this rate is unprecedented from previous editions. Am I wrong there?
I don't think it's any different than 8th.
Nah, it's not really much different because like as soon as Castellans came out in 8th edition,
Yeah.
people started playing that, and then as soon as the second Marine book dropped, everyone's like, "Wait, I'm an Iron Warrior now." It's like,
Yeah, and that was
no,
what-
Iron Hands.
And that was
Everyone's
what-
like, "I'm an Iron Hands player."
And that was 6 months before 2nd edition or 9th edition came out.
Yeah, I mean, things changed. Like Guard were good, and when their codex
Yeah.
dropped, with all of their like shenanigans, like the Emperor's cohort and silly stuff like that. Just stuff happened. Like Abaddon with like 200 cultists was a list.
Yeah,
like
yes.
Death Guard with like 180 Poxwalkers was
Yeah.
a thing. It was like stupid. The game was different back
You know,
then.
3 rep X's and 9 aggressors, and you just deleted everything on the board.
Yeah, like it
Who
was
would
just a
ever run
different-
that
It was
list?
a different game. Everything was decent. Like,
Yeah. No, and I think
Ynnari.
everything still is decent. Well, Ynnari kind of suck right now, but
I mean, Eldari back then were actually pretty decent, just because like Eldar psychic powers can work on Dark
Yeah.
Eldar stuff, which is funny. But
oh,
then
that's
nerfed
right.
that.
They shared a keyword. That's
They
right.
shared the Eldari keyword.
Yeah.
Then they nerfed Chaos Cultists like 10 times, and they're still a problem.
I started in 4th edition, right? But I was like 9 years old, could not comprehend it. Let's just go with that. Really didn't play. Played a little bit of 6th and 7th in college, and then I got out of it because it was too expensive. And then I started back up in 8th. And my first weekend back in 8th, my first game back was I went to a little tournament in Chico because I was up there doing the Paradise Wildfire cleanup, and I took 1,000 points of Ultramarines, and that was the same weekend that Night Codex dropped with the Castellans. And I have never been more salty or depressed after a game since then or after then. Or
No.
before then.
No way.
Dude,
Yeah.
when the Castellan dropped, I had to switch armies.
No,
It
that
made
was
Tyranids obsolete. It was stupid.
yeah. The guy tabled me end of turn 1, which sure I probably didn't place things right, but like he also ended up cheating, being banned from the tournament, but they didn't undo his victories with RTT up there. But yeah, that was just horrific. So I think what I'm trying to say is you get these new codexes like Tau, all these new codexes are really good, but then just wait, October when the new Marine Codex drops, we're gonna be like, oh fucking Iron Hands are broken again, Imperial Fist are it's the new thing to bitch on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but like, in some sense, right? Like, I feel like when Marines came out with Necrons at the start of the edition, it wasn't this bad. And like when I think the first instance of it like being really bad was Drukhari, then a game Admech, then Orcs, and it
Yeah.
just kind of started building up.
I'd
Like, these
agree.
armies just keep getting better and
This
better
gradual,
when they come out.
this gradual streak of power creep it's been like really nasty for the list. Like, God help you if you play
Well,
Necrons or
I have a
Space
question.
Marines. Mm.
Of course, you too. Just a food for thought, right? Because obviously the other thing that happened during all this time was COVID, right? And shipping and delays and all that.
Right?
And obviously GW is not going to post rules for free. That's never going to happen.
No.
God
If
forbid
it-
make
if it-
online rules.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, don't tempt me. No,
Yeah,
I can only get so wrecked.
Perfect
Um,
timing for power creep.
But I would say this: if they were able to stick to their 2 codexes a month release schedule like they originally planned, we would have had all the armies by the following summer. or fall like within the next year, let's just say, would you think it'd been as bad as if we got all these at once, and all these brand new codexes were being compared to one another?
So now that's an interesting point because
Would the meta, like, because tournaments would be just so wild and varied that people like wouldn't be able to have 2 months to review the Custodes Codex before it comes out and build their armies for it because they know that's going to be broken. But everyone has new codexes for the most part, so everyone's still trying to figure out list. Would that not totally change the meta?
I think absolutely. I think it would actually be a little bit healthier than it is now because I think the game state that we're in now at this phase in the edition, it was meant to be played with all those different codexes, everyone having their new codex. But the way it is game state right now, it's so unbalanced because they've just been gradually putting one book after the next book after the next book without doing any sort of power checking. Because they're sticking to their what is it the data slate?
I'm gonna disagree real quick.
Ooh.
Let me just disagree back to what
spicy.
you were saying about like all the books are supposed to play with each other. Do you really think in your right mind that the Tau book right now in its current state, like not even nerfed or anything, is supposed to play with like the first Space Marine book that came out? Like the power dynamic is just completely different.
Wait. You mean when they took all the invulnerable saves from vehicles from Space Marines, and then suddenly Tau have all these AP-5 and 6 weapons that just delete them? That was totally.
We'll talk about invulnerable saves in a second.
That's a joke.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, it's a valid.
No, you have a point. You have a point. Like invulnerable saves are like literally making the game like stupid.
No. I like them.
No. You're right. They're making the game bearable right now because like AP2 is like the new AP7.
Yeah.
Because like if your unit has like a 3-up armor save and a 5-up invuln, everything in this game is AP2 or AP1. So it's like you'll never make an armor save in this game.
No.
How survivable your unit is this invulnerable save, and that's like it's just kind of stupid how that works.
No, I agree with your statement that like you're right. Obviously, the Tau Codex was not designed to be played with a lot of the earlier codex. I don't disagree.
I feel like they just used COVID as like a convenient like, oh, we'll drag this out tool.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean, it did hurt shipping and stuff, right? Like we can't disregard that, but like they couldn't have done like, oh, to help with COVID, we'll do online codexes. They might be the same price, but they're online, and like they could have totally done that shit. Like people would have bought.
You're right. No,
everyone would buy a book PDF for $60 if they got.
I would use their
rules.
shitty app if they posted updated rules in it.
Exactly.
And I could buy it through the app.
That Tau Codex was not. They didn't even have the Tau Codex done. They didn't even think about releasing Tau and all this stuff when the edition dropped. The 2 codexes per month is just like, we were gonna do this, by the way, but we got delayed. Haha. You can't disagree with us. You can't even prove that we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, thanks, G-dubs. Like the Death Guard book got released like a month, and it was supposed to release in 2020.
Yeah. You're right,
like, dude.
You're right. Fine. You know what? I'm gonna stop Y9 fucking GW. You're right. Fuck those guys.
No, like it came out like, oh yeah, sorry for all these shipping issues. We were gonna do this. It's like, but we have no way of proving that they would have actually gone through with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because did they release 2 codexes a month when they were ready? They released Space Marines and then they did 1.
No, they did. They did Space Marines, and when Space Marines came out, you got
Space Marines and Necrons. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got then you got Blood Angels and Space Wolves, and then you got.
It was Space Wolves, then Blood Angels, and then Blood Angels were supposed to drop with Death Guard.
What was? No, and then we got Death Watch. We're all forgetting Death Watch was also in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
They were all. It was like once every 2.5 weeks we got a codex.
Yeah, that book was forgettable. Sorry.
Yeah, unless you play Marines, and then it's not.
Oh man, imagine playing.
They're only
Space
good at killing
Wolves.
Marines.
Imagine playing Space Wolves or Blood Angels in the current meta. Yikes.
You
I thought
know,
Blood Angels are good.
they're pretty good. They're one of the better Marine armies.
Is that so?
Yeah, they have
Actually-
more feel no pains and vulnerable saves than most, and they can get into combat a lot faster.
Wow.
And how Ninth is set up, if you can get into melee and you're like designed for it, you probably are gonna do well.
Yeah.
Which I know is kind of a bullshit statement. Yeah, I'm designed for melee and I got in, so I won. But like,
I mean, I can't agree with you because like, if you do make it, the unit that you probably are charging into was probably designed to shoot you off the table.
Yeah.
So, like every night.
That's kind of a stupid statement on my part, but yeah, no, Blood Angels are probably one of the better Marine armies. Them and Death Watch are probably the 2 solid ones right now.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Loyalist Marines.
Deathwatch are really good because they can change. They're the only ones that get to pick their, super stratagem. And, like, if they're in tactical or assault or heavy, depending on the turn. So, like, right now, turn 1 Alpha Strike is really, solid. And a lot of armies are designed around it. But if you do good cover, especially with all the, player-placed terrain, I really like. I enjoy that competitive playstyle. I think it really changes up how it goes. If you do that right, and you can hide your whole army turn 1 so you don't get blasted off, a lot of Marine factions lose that Devastator Doctrine turn 1. So you lose a lot of AP on your heavy weapons. Say Volkite, for example, goes to AP 0 after that point, and is not all that great. But if you're playing Deathwatch, you can go turn 2 is my Devastator Doctrine once all your opponents moved forward and out, and your heavy weapons just decimate.
I mean, AP1 on Volkite's pretty cool, but I think it's the mortal wound output that really sells that weapon, right? Just like the double Volkite Colvarans on the Contemptor Dreadnought for Death Guard, the thing that shoots.
So I would say, yeah, I would agree with that, but at the same time, it's strength 6, especially with the Eldar right now, and like Guard coming out soon with strength toughness 3 and Tau toughness 3. That strength 6 weapon is also still really good in volumes of shots.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But here's
those 3 armies you just named aren't really high in armor saves, so I guess any AP would just kind of mess them up.
There is one caveat to that. So what you'd really be banking for would be the 6s, because even you don't move them on 2s. Apparently they're automatic. They're permanently oh no, you don't hit on 2s or 3s. They're transhuman for hits, which is
but you also
for
Contemptor Dreadnoughts are core, so you can give rerolls on them.
Oh. But they turn off rerolls for the majority of the Harlequin army. No rerolls to hit.
Yep.
Well, fuck, I'm never playing Harlequins now.
Yeah. So all 3 of us have not played Harlequins. I've heard the stories about how caustic they are. The main game is light.
I played an Eldaria army against somebody. I won't say names.
Okay.
And it was an experience that I don't know if I want to go through again. I don't know. It wasn't the army per se, but Codex had just dropped, and it was a little frustrating.
So Chad brings up a good point. They do die. They ultimately are glass cannons, but try getting through a 4-up, stacked on top of all those different debuffs.
I killed almost 20 Guardians turn 1, and got tabled by the bottom of turn 3.
Shit.
Yeah, for a power output example, I did do damage out, and then immediately just got my ass fucking beat.
Whoa.
And there were a lot of, I would say, gotcha moments that were frustrating to play against as a player. You're like, oh, that would have been nice to know that you could do that before I chose my actions. That I verbalized out, I'm going to do this. Prime opportunity for your opponent to say, oh, just so you know, I can make them -1 to hit or whatever.
Austin, have you ever considered playing Custodes?
I do. I have a Custodes army, sir.
Alright, you should just play that army, because, it's amazing in every way.
Yeah.
And, I played a game 2 weeks ago. I used 2 strategies the entire game.
I got him free. Yeah.
Yeah. We had that conversation at the store.
You just use 2 stratagems the entire game.
I got 4K.
Emperor's Aspects, Alchemical Transceiver.
I got 4K in Custodes right now. I gotta play them.
Yeah, no, you're definitely missing out. They're definitely D's.
I play D's. I've definitely played them before they get nerfed. Just bring 12 bikes. Shield Captain on jet bike,
Well, I'm so into playing armies before they're nerfed. I'm playing Khorne Berserkers this weekend, so.
Oh.
See, you brought up my favorite faction. I haven't touched Chaos since 8th edition since 9th edition dropped. I fought White Scars, and weapons he didn't pay for were better than weapons I paid for, and I was like, I'm not playing this game.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
But so the thing that's making this all revolutionary is because I think you guys have all experienced Tau at least once. Yeah, the pikes are insane.
I have not played New
Pikes
Tau.
are not insane.
You have not played New Tau.
Okay. Andrew has not played a game since LVO, and I've been begging him to play a game because I want to play the New Tau Codex. I could keep shitting on him. I have not got to play New Tau.
Really? It is so fun.
Yeah.
I will say this: the games are very short because it's you get shot off the board very quickly, or you get tied up in combat and die, or you just win. So, and honestly, like it's very. It doesn't even matter if you go first or second. The reactionary power that they have is so strong. Another thing is, and that's another kind of trend that I've been seeing with these new armies, is that they have the ability to react so well to what you're going to do that, like, even if first or second is not so much a factor. It's whether or not you're going to last till turn 3 because of what they can do so early in game. Custodes, for instance, they have the katas. They can just, pick and react. Yeah, I hate the power. Don't hate that power. Embrace it. Embrace the power of Tau while you can.
What was I gonna say? I watched a battle report. I think it was Winners SEO. It was like he did like his Tau drop codex, battle report, and he played Death Guard against his buddy, and he brought like a fun Death Guard list, like a lot of Terminators, Mortarion, Tube, PBCs. A classic Death Guard list, right? And the guy playing Tau kind of brought like a classic 8th edition Tau list, and he actually got Morty into combat, right? He got Morty there, like 6 wounds left, kind of thing. Fucking Tau commander comes up and punches him to death with the relic, and I was like, that shouldn't be possible.
No, it is possible because like he brought a bunch of Terminators and Death Guard. Like that's not the game plan anymore.
Well, no, that was pre-nerf.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That was pre the 5-point nerf, I think. Like it was it was a solid kind of like good. It was a good list. Like it wasn't amazing, but it was a good list. And just watching what happened going against a kind of mid-tier Tau list just brought me nothing but sorrow.
No, Death Guard are like the worst 9th edition book right now.
Yeah, somehow Necrons, you guys passed Necrons for that one, and they're doing pretty well.
I don't know why people. I don't understand it. Death Guard have one of the worst monofaction traits in the game.
Yeah, Cold Star is pretty nutty.
For 5 more points, you could get a Alaris Custode Terminator, so I'll just leave that there, Death Shroud is just a Death Shroud.
And you can take it as a single model and TP it wherever you need it to go.
Yeah, and as OBSEC, it's
it's no big deal.
Has a better weapon, too.
Yep.
Not the melee weapon, but, like, the shooting weapon.
Yeah, the grenade launcher thing.
It also has an Alaric Axe. You can shoot with that, too.
Yeah.
And has mortal wound defense.
And I know one thing that we kind of circled around a little bit, but the prevalence of invulns, not like just in the meta and like the lists that are meta, the lists that are being run, it's very difficult with and it's making it a kind of a moot point that there's been this growth in the amount of high AP weaponry. We were just talking before you got on here about the ability for Guardians and other Shuriken weapons to have like access to AP3 for like a 7-point model. It's kind of crazy, and
I mean, not even that. Like, let's pull like not the wool over our eyes, but like just the mortal wound defense. Like armies that have that are just so much better than armies that don't. Like, I think it's like every army before maybe like orcs just doesn't really have mortal wound defense.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And then everything after kind of does. Like, whoever thought a 4-up field of against mortal wounds would be so integral to the game right now? It's just silly. Just like it helps you in the Crusher matchup super hard. Helps you into like any army that has mortal wound output, like on weapons like Wrath of Mars and stuff like that. Like it just helps out so much.
Yeah. And there was a point, I think early 9th edition was clearly based around the 3-up save. I think that was the point they were going for. T4, 3-up save, kind of like the classic Marine, point, stat line.
Yeah. And
there was a clear balance to it, and you could see where Death Guard were into it, you could see where the Marine factions were into it, you can kind of see where Orcs fell into it. I'm forgetting the codex.
Admech?
Admech kind of fell into it. You could see the variety of life around those two numbers.
Oh, like T3. Well, Admech is T3. It's not really the same.
But you can
T3
see like
4-up save, 6-up invuln.
But the moment you go to this invuln and mortal wound system, and the older codexes, I totally agree with you. They just get fucking dumpstered. High AP and mortal. It's just like I don't know what to do anymore. Playing half my armies, I'm like, all right, I have. Cool, I spent 300 points on this vehicle and only has a 3-up save, so your Custodian can just chop it in half in one turn of combat?
Not well. That's first of all, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But like, put in perspective of like, if Custodes only had the mortal wound defense and a 2-up armor save, like to say they had like even a 5-up in Vuln, I feel like they'd be so much worse.
Yeah.
Like their only saving grace is like basically they're a juiced Harlequin. They have a 4-up in Vuln, and they're harder to wound.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless you got mass volume of shots or mass melee shots, you're not going to beat it. Or mortal wounds. It's. Yeah, maybe what it is. Maybe I'm just going to throw it out there. Maybe early 9th edition was more. I don't want to say like hyper elite armies, but like mid-tier elite armies, not swarms. And then this middle part of 9th is like the hyper elite forces, the custodians, the harlequins. You know, like these very small, powerful armies. Maybe we'll see a shift with the Tyranid Codex and the Guard Codex, and more of the swarm armies coming back into play.
I don't know about the Tyranid Codex, man. I'm just like we're thinking about stuff, we're building stuff, and like we're just trying to put as many heavy venom cannons in a list as possible, and it's looking super easy. Like it's not even hard. Like I think we added like 9 Carnifexes with like heavy venom cannons.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, we still have like 1,200 points to play with. It's ridiculous.
Is it weird when I was just seeing the releases and the previews and the leaks? You know what really fucking irritates me about that codex is the Termagants have an AP -1.
No, we talked about this in the beginning when you were here, but Termagants have a smart missile shot.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Just as a weapon.
Yeah, somehow they're now wounding a super soldier in power armor on a 3 with an AP -1 to it.
Oh no! You don't want to know how mad I am. They're wounding a Plague Marine on a 4, bro.
No, it's bullshit.
It is. I mean, I don't disagree with you. It is bullshit. It's a 7-point model that got an increase in armor save, and it's fearless, and it has a smart missile shot, and its weapon had a 6-inch increase in range.
It's a 7-point model that statistically does more damage than an 18-point model.
Yeah.
And you get more of them in a squad.
It does do more damage than a 23-point model for Plague Marines, but
You're sitting there like, wait, what? Where's the balancing point? Because it used to be 2.5 points, and they changed it to 5 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the game, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't. At this point, I'm just memeing with people on Discord where I'm just like, yeah, las guns are gonna be red -1. Like they're gonna be strength 3 still, but they're gonna be red -1.
I genuinely think they're gonna be at this point.
Or like if they stand still, they have red -1 or something. Something stupid.
Yeah, they're gonna give you the. We'll see.
I mean, apparently the rumor for Chaos Space, they're like reworking cultists and stuff too. So like, cultists apparently are gonna be a bigger part of Chaos Space Marines than ever before.
And it sounds like we're getting an HQ unit. So
yeah, like a command squad.
Command squad, which would be nice.
I'm excited. I've always liked Chaos Space Marine models though, so I hope they make the Marine portion good. But if it's ever like just more bodies cheap, it's always gonna just be the cultist. Because,
excuse me, sir. You'll find that they're called legionaries now.
Oh yeah, legionaries.
Is that really what they're called now?
Yeah, they're called legionaries.
They change it in which I don't mind because it
cool.
clarifies it, and it's fine name.
They're called Black Legion too. I think they're trying to lean into the Black Legion theme.
Yeah, they're kind of
fun.
Yeah.
But like, why would I ever take a Chaos Space Marine or a Legionary? Why would I ever take a Legionary in this in this meta, right? If that dude doesn't like reduce rend 2 to 0 and like have 5 attacks base or like something crazy, like I'm just gonna take a cultist. He's gonna die the same.
The only Chaos Marine Legionary that you could take right now, and I think have a chance of winning like small tournaments, would be Night Lords, and it's not even a Night Lords list. It's just like weird mechanical devices that just fuck with people's morale and shut off reroll bubbles.
Yeah,
some guy at LVO had it, which was fun to see him. He also played at the friendlies, but like, it still didn't do great. It was a hit or miss kind of army. It either did really well,
pretty bad,
or just did nothing.
CSM is pretty bad right now. I heard they did good. I read the Goonhammer article. They said CSM had a 50% win rate or some shit. And I was like, good job, lads.
Yeah.
39% to 50%, guys, are winning.
Yeah, that's the bar now for.
Hey man, no matter what comes out of this new Chaos Space Marine book, it's always gonna be. I'm always gonna do Iron Warriors first. If that doesn't work, I'll just go to Black Legion.
Yeah. All
Black
right.
Legion looking good.
So
Yeah,
Iron Warriors just reduce rend 1 and 2. It's kind of lame.
what I'm really looking forward to is the Tyranid book. So the question I have for you guys is: do you guys
Why
think
would
it's
we look forward to
Dees?
that?
It's the
John?
only army you play.
I know,
Why-
but do you guys
why
think
would
it's
you
Dees,
Tau?
Dees or Feast? Decent or
It's Dees.
feces?
Dude, that's just good.
It's gonna be
Dees.
solid.
Yeah, it's
It's gonna be
solid.
good.
Solid feces or solid decent? Like Dees or
It's
fees?
Dees.
What-
Yeah.
It's Dees, bro.
Dees.
It's Dees.
Dees. Austin Dees? Yes? No?
I think Tyrant Guard
I'm gonna
is
hit
really
you
good.
with. I'm gonna hit you with a satisfactory.
So Dees. There you go. Dees is the answer. There you
I'm
go.
gonna call it sat.
Wrap it up,
I'm
folks. Dees.
I think Tyrant Guard are really good.
Me too,
I
dude.
think you just stand a Hive Tyrant on the open, you can't shoot it, it's funny.
So I was talking to some of the XPZ guys, and that's definitely the consensus. Also
Did
bone
you-
swords, bro.
Did you see Shard Gutter, or whatever the hell it's
Yes,
called?
the shard gullet. Yes.
Dude, it's straight. Someone was talking about like the Balethorn cannon or whatever, and I was like, did he look at the one under it? It's like just Assault 3, Strength 12, AP 5, 5 damage. I was like, did he look at the one under it?
Now I think I might eat crow with this take. It might be a hot take, but I don't
Oh,
I don't think they're gonna be hotter than any of the S tier stuff. I think it's gonna put them solid A tier where they're at, top of A tier, but
I
not
think
they're not
go
gonna get into
to
S
the-
tier.
They're gonna go to the bottom of S tier. Their
I-
weapons one-shot Custodes, dude. Like, all of their weapons, if a single wound goes through, one-shots a Custode.
I
yeah,
mean,
how many CP rolls can you
I'm
really
gonna
get?
quote a good friend of mine. Just don't roll less than 4s. Just roll 4s. Just roll.
That is
4s.
exactly...
That sounds like a T
hey.
saying.
Look, here's... our friend group memed me for saying, just don't roll for, like, under a 4. And now their only way of fighting Harlequins is they literally said, don't roll under a 4. So, like,
It's
hey,
not a
man, I've
meme.
been preaching... dude, I'm telling you, I'm a prophet, bro. I'm a prophet.
It's not a meme, bro. It's real. It's
If
real.
a
I-
Custodes player can roll a 4-up, he wins the game.
Yep.
I think this is gonna be my take on it, right? This is my hot take. I think they're gonna be mid S tier for two
Ooh.
reasons.
Ooh.
For two reasons, because you're gonna get two
Two
army types out
reasons.
of it. You're either gonna get this heavy shot, big monster list, right? That's gonna do well against Custodes and Harlequins for the most
Yeah,
part.
Pseudo Crusher Stampede.
Yeah, Pseudo Crusher Stampede is going to be hot. Or, and it's going to be a little bit of a, you have to plan your list a little bit. I think real, true Tyranid Swarm is going to be fucking amazing. And that will decimate things like Custodes and Tau.
Uh,
I don't think Tau are going to have enough volume of shots to deal with it. And the volume of shots coming into Custodes are going to plink wounds off. I think they're going to be mid S tier. I think they're going to be competitive either which way you build them.
I think the Crusher portion might be a little more true. I think the A tier portion is going to be the Swarmy play. Because I disagree with you on the Custodes one. If you have a bunch of little monsters that are wounding me on 5s and making me roll up 2-up armor saves, it's not going to really
Well, then
change
you're
much.
AP -1 now. You're on a 3. You got a only a
You still wound him on a...
45%
You're still...
save.
Yeah, but you're still at a 50-50 3-up armor save. And the,
No, because they're strength 5, so you're wounded on a 4.
yeah, but you also hit on a 4. It's a Termagant.
Yeah. No, so all right, no, but still, but you got 30 of those. They're gonna do some damage.
So 15 hit, and then 7 wound, and then...
But doesn't the Turvagon
It kills
now have a
one-
reroll ability?
Nah, it's a Turvagon does that.
I thought I just said Turvagon.
They don't have living ammunition anymore.
No, I thought there was a big reroll ability that you can get now with the Hive Mind abilities.
Oh,
affects
it's a
the little
Hive
guy.
Tyrant. It's a Hive Tyrant.
Yeah. So I'm
It
just
lets me
saying.
roll 1s.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I think in bulk shots here, I think Tyranid Swarm is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be the best version of the Tyranids. I think it's going to be solid though.
Unbuffed, you kill a Custode Guard. Statistically. Unbuffed, with 30 Termagants. So, I mean, on one hand, yes, because obviously there's going to be more than 30 Termagants in the game, right? But also there's going to be more than 3 Custode Guardians. And you're
Yeah.
paying double the points for the Termagants over the Custode Guardians. Like, literally double. It's 210, and then Custode Guards are 135. So, I think that the Swarmy gameplay will definitely trump other armies that can't deal with it, but I feel like the Monster Mash will just be the better way of playing, because, like, Carnifexes have 3 damage melee weapons that just, like, that kills a Custode so perfectly, which is super relevant. They have heavy Venom cannons, which just like high do 12 damage, low do 4. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Like, and it's only 110 points for a model that has, like, I think it's like 9 wounds. T7 reduces damage by 1.
True, but
And it moves 10 inches or something crazy. Like, and they're single units too.
not only
so I
that, but
think
have
it's-
you seen what Leviathan looks like? I mean, have you seen what a lot of
Yeah.
these? It's kind of crazy. Just the whole army gets. I
Yeah,
mean,
your
if
Hive
we-
Tyrant is transhuman just
Now-
for free.
and this kind of highlights to me like abilities that used to be very unique or very rare to find are now becoming the norm. We remember when transhuman was strictly a space marine ability. It was used on one unit. You used a
Yep.
CP. Now suddenly gene stealers. Oh, we got baby transhuman on everything. Now
Eldar,
custodes.
transhuman.
Yeah, Eldar have transhuman, and now you know you can have an entire army list with transhuman and baby transhuman for Tyranids. I don't know if this is like the zenith of like, you know, if everyone's got it, no one's broken or what. But it just seems to me, it just seems like it's a little wild.
Yeah.
It kind of like, and I don't know if you guys have experienced this yet, but weapons that ignore invuln saves. To me, it's like the band-aid to like, oh, don't worry, guys. We got lots of invulns everywhere. Whole armies have invulns. Here's a weapon
Yeah.
that ignores
Well,
all your invulns.
I love weapons that ignore invulns and do mortal wounds in addition. Those are the best weapons, and I think every
No,
army should have a ton of
yeah.
those.
I feel like that's like the laziest way of dealing with things.
Oh,
It's either-
absolutely.
It's like
It's so bad.
those units become super killy like disproportionately just because they have unnegatable damage.
Yeah.
I hate to
I
say
would
it.
rather you roll armor saves and have more like abilities or tactical displays of like skill by
Yeah.
making units fight last. Like what if it was like, oh, if you have 2 units charged into one unit, that unit fights last in combat. That would change the game like all the
Oh,
time.
yeah, just like a core rule like
Just
that.
like any way of like making units fight last would just be immediately more skillful and like more tactful than
Yeah.
just, oh yeah, by the way, I have unnegatable
I
damage.
think- I think they. And all right, I'm gonna say this real quick. The Gene Stealer Cult Codex, I think is chock full of that kind of stuff. I think that's a wonderful codex.
Gene Stealer Cult are really good, yes.
I think it's a solid codex. They have fun counterplay abilities. They have fun ways to get. Was it the Crossfire, where they get
Crossfire,
bonuses
yeah.
if they do something
Crossfire, yeah.
strategic and correct?
Ron loves Crossfire.
I think it's great. I think that really promotes thinking and like making the right tactical moves and things and tactical gameplay.
Well, that's another complaint that I've heard a lot is that the way that these armies are played is that it's very minimally. It's very.
Dude.
You don't have to do much thinking. You can basically go there with half a functioning brain and just completely wipe someone off the board.
We've seen you at
Mediocre
tournaments,
play. Shut up, man.
Literally, cause like I built the most like circle in the square hole custodes list, and like it just performed decent. I've only played like I've played like 3 or 4 games of custodes, and I've looked at the codex like twice. And, like this army is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I can give one anecdote like related to Harlequins. I saw someone playing them on a TTS game versus a Tau player. He botched it hard. He played like an ape, and you know what? He tabled the guy by the bottom of 3. So you know, it's just crazy how like it's kind of hands off. The book plays itself now. Is what I've noticed. Skill is less emphasized with a lot of these books. You do need skills like basic skills to like make a list and stuff, but as long as you
Yeah.
can kind of fumble your way through, the data sheets just squish stuff. It's kind of
If
discouraging.
kind of like to maybe expand on your thought. I feel like the game's balanced right now is just like, oh, if my unit shoots at your unit, like it's just gonna pick up. But then like that leaves my unit exposed, and then you just kill my unit. But I won the trade because my unit was cheaper or something.
Yeah.
Like it's really trade heavy.
Yeah.
It's not really like. It's like, remember at the beginning of 8th edition where like we were just trying to make the most durable list possible. Not 8th edition, 9th edition. We were just trying to make the most durable list possible to stand on primary because primary was so good.
Don't talk to me about the sweet days of 9th edition when aggressors still had double shots and repulsors had double shots. I miss it.
Oh man.
Remember when we thought eradicators were broken? Like,
All right. Fun fact: I have played lots of Ultramarines. Right? I don't think eradicators are all that great, and I never have.
I mean, I still take salvo launchers on all my bikes for my Custode army, but I've probably killed maybe 85 points with them.
I think. Well, and I think you're probably saying the same. I found Eradicator, especially like in 9th edition. They're, I don't want to say swingy, not reliable. It's not a reliable output of damage.
I mean, it's pretty out there.
Solid. It's solid. Like, I'm not saying that. I don't know. I've always found
D6 damage hurts. Like, it's always gonna hurt. It's always gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's always gonna hurt. But
if they were DP +3, your opinion would be different, though.
Oh, 100%. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would. Well, that's why I'm now running in my Ultramarine list. It's squads of heavy with the relic multi-melta on the sergeant. It's doing D6 plus 5 damage in close range.
Wow.
Yeah, it's with 2 shots. It's insane. Which, it's good. But I think that like that whole Eradicators are the best thing in the Codex hype that was early 9th. I never agreed with it.
Yeah.
So your relic multi-melta has like a minimum of 12 damage. Do you want me to break your spirit a little? That's 1 railgun shot.
Oh, I know. But that's me spending.
Think about the metric difference.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, you have to be within 12 inches. This thing's shooting you from 72.
No, it's the heavy, so it doesn't have the. It's different with the heavy weapon.
This kills the Marine player.
And you also -1 to hit because you.
But it's Ultramarines, so I don't count.
Do you want me to bring up?
Yeah.
Do you really want to go over how bad fire dragons are with burning fire?
No, I have fucking played it. I don't want to talk about it.
Did he wait? Well, my question is
9, dude. It's awesome.
Wait, my question is, did he use the stratagem to automatically wound you with his fire pipes?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
And that's the thing. That was a gotcha moment of that game where like he had 2 squads, right? One of them had the +1 to hit, and one of them had the +1 to wound.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Altark abilities that you can give? And he did the thing where they can come down. What's the stupid fucking transport that can come down in Deep Strike? And it can come down turn 1 like a drop pod.
Webway Gate? I don't know.
No, it wasn't the Webway Gate. It's the I forget the name of it. It's the transport that's also shooting. It's a heavy weapons. It's a heavy
Falcon. I think it's
the
a Falcon.
Yeah, so he came down with 2 Falcons, dropped these 2 squads, and just deleted like a whole Gladiator and 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts.
That's
and that was my exchange for killing, almost 20 Guardians. That was the point of equivalent exchange. We want to have a Full Metal Alchemist reference here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you killed 140 points. And
He killed like 600 points of mine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just crazy how like you guys have been both talking about the trading, how it feels so bad when you're trading at an unequal level. I've done that before with Custodes because yes, Custodes as a whole as an army are expensive, but their characters for what they do are ultimately, I think, pretty cheap.
God. Trajan's insane.
Trajan is insane, but
it's just my. He still has the fucking reroll his own hits and wounds ability if you do it right with the relics. Which is like the thing they wanted to get rid of in 9th edition. Like, no, he can have it back. He's Trajan. He's the special golden boy.
He can fight twice too, can't he? He gets he gets decent amount of attacks.
His axe is strength 8, right, compared to the regular strength 7.
Yeah, he's strength 8.
Yeah, it's nutty. He walks up to a vehicle
and 3 damage flat too. I think it's also 3 damage flat.
Yeah, so even against Crusher, and I played against him before. Even into Crusher, he's really good. But no, I encountered an unequal exchange, an unfulfilled exchange with my Flying Hive Tyrant. Again, ignoring invulns because with the prevalence of invulns, you have to have at least 1. I flew him right into a shield captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike, killed it, but like. At the end of the day, it's like, was that trade even worth it?
180 points.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's 180 points versus my, 220 point Hive Tyrant. Congratulations.
With like half your relics and half your Warhammer traits.
Feels bad. It's just a big feels bad, and it's just like,
oh, absolutely.
And he's a synapse creature.
So it's like it's like a gut punch, when you have to do stuff like that. But
yeah.
This is the nature of the game, and I don't know if you guys have read the Goonhammer article about this.
Stop hyping yourself up there.
Yeah, well, I know, right? Whoa. But no, the competitive innovations that came out just like 2 days ago. So this is pretty wild, and it includes mirror matches. But currently, 77% win rate for Harlequin, 77.9% win rate. That is like astronomical. With all so basically,
were we complaining like a month ago when Tao had 70?
Tao didn't even hit that high. I think they hit 60s. They were in the high 60s.
That was like 70.
Or low 70s, not high 70s like this. But Eldari are 65, Craftworld 61, and they've thrown basically Tao and Adeptus Custodes have been Sparta down the ladder.
How
Tao,
low are they? I'm gonna feel so bad.
Actually, not that bad. They're still like high win rates. Tao is 58 and Custodes are 57.
See, okay, here's my thing.
They were sifting at 60-65 before. It's pretty
wild.
A
healthy win rate for a codex should be somewhere between 48 and 52, right?
Ideally, yes.
That should be where most codexes you really want them to land.
It's a Goldilocks zone, yeah.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, and we first started seeing anomalies with win rates with Drukhari back in the day. This is not something new. This is an early warning. Well, with Drukhari, the red flag was raised when it's like, hey guys, they got a 65% win rate in all competitive events. Something's happening. And instead of like curtailing this or doing anything, they let it continue. And the only time that they directly intervened, and you know that they can pull the parachute cord at any time, is with orcs. With the...
We talking about how they reduce the points cost of Custodes by like 10%.
Right after LVO? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they won, and it's like, no.
Bro, I played against one of TJ Lanigan's.
I don't know if they won.
They did really good. They did really good.
6 out of the top 8 slots or something stupid. I
played
5 or something.
I played against one of TJ Lanigan's boys, and that army was stupid. And then it got cheaper after, and I was like, really? Wow.
I think it was like 4. I don't remember. There's like 2 Tau players, Admech and Crusher Stampede. The rest were Custodes.
Yeah.
I told you guys about my LVO experience, right, with the friendlies and the Crusher Stampede.
You have, but say it again. I don't think you told Garrett.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Garrett. All right. So there's obviously competitive 40k and friendlies at LVO.
Yeah.
Me and my little group, the 3 of us, out of the 4 of us that went, 3 of us went to the friendlies because we didn't want to deal with the competitive. It just wasn't interested to us. We are more like Aaron. I don't know if you've ever seen Aaron stomp literally fucking smokes. It's a fucking bong. And he was going for kind of like the best painted army because Aaron's models are gorgeous. And so Aaron was kind of going for that. I was kind of going for. I was going to play not the like heavy win, but I wanted to see how my army would do at like a semi-competitive level.
Experience the community.
Yeah. And Andrew just kind of tagged along. And he wanted to play Tau, and he was worried people were going to shit on him. Everyone was super nice to him for playing Tau. This is pre-Codex. And we're there at LVO, and during game 1, we see this guy walk in with this Crusher Stampede and like that little carrying crate, that everyone bought those wood trays.
Laser cut boards.
Yeah. He walked in with one of those. We're like, okay, whatever. And I didn't notice anything else about it. And I'm sitting there after round 1, and I'm eating my lunch, my little shitty hot dog or whatever they fucking were serving that day. And I won my first game, and so I'm put into the winners bracket tables. And this woman walks up to me, and she's playing, and she starts talking shit about how half these people have never played the game before, and how she's here to win. And she's playing Bloody Rose. And that whole, little book had just come out with Buffdom.
Oh, shit.
And she's here to win. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I'm like, I don't mind teaching someone how to play. We have, like, almost 3 hours to play a game. Like, there's no rush. We're only playing 2 games a day. Like, I don't care. Like, not a big deal. And there were a couple of guys I played who were like, oh yeah, it's only like my 3rd game of 9th edition. I'm like, you flew all the way out here for LVO and you've only played 2 games before this? Like, good for you. I don't know if I would do that, but good for you. So, this guy, Crusher Stampede, and then, what happened was, he played round 1 of competitive. He lost, so he just dropped, which I've heard is very common. And he walked over to friendlies because he knew friendlies started an hour and a half after competitive on Saturday, and asked if he could move his money over to that. And so they let him join and play with his list. Guess who won Best General for most wins?
Obviously, your Tau friend.
Exactly. No. And this guy was straight fucking cheating the whole time. Like, he had a game in round 3. He played Aaron, actually. And he beat Aaron. And Aaron was just calling him out on this stuff. He's like, I don't think that's how this works. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, that goes against the core rules. And the guy's like, no, it's how it works. And there were 80 people playing in friendly, so there's 40 matches going on. There's one judge, one TO. So you could never call him to come answer a question. So this guy's like straight cheating. Game 4, I'm at the winners table. I'm at like table number 5. So I wasn't going to be top place because I didn't score enough points. But we're playing, and the guy's next to me, and he's playing this guard player. And he finishes the game, bottom of turn 2. He tabled the guard guy. Somehow the guard player only got 5 points, and he somehow had 105 points on his score. And I heard him say it out loud, and I looked at my opponent because we both can kind of listening, like just like shaking our heads at this shitty game next to us. And I was like, give me a moment. I stopped. I turned to him because the guard guy just left. He was so upset, you could tell. I go, hey man, do you feel good about winning that game like that? Like, that doesn't seem fun. He goes, well, yeah. I'm like, what was the score? He goes, 105-5. I'm like, that's impossible. He's like, what do you mean it's impossible? I'm like, oh, first off, we all get 10 points for painted because every army here is painted. Well, he didn't want it. I'm like, did he not want it or did you not give it to him? Okay. Also, second thing, if you tabled him top of turn 2, I forget what objectives he took. There was no way for him to get 100 points with the secondaries he took, even if tabling somebody. I'll go, that's not mathematically possible. The best you could do was like 95. And also, maximum score is 100, so how the fuck did you get 105 points?
Oh man, bro.
Quick math here, it doesn't add up. Like, one of the ones he took was is it kill more than your opponent every turn? But if you table your opponent, you can't get
Grind
that.
them down.
Yep.
Yeah. He took grind them down. I'm like, how are you getting grind them down for the last nations? Well, I maxed him. Like, that's not possible if you're not playing the last 3 turns.
You know what's kind of hilarious, dude? He did all that. He alienated all these people. He just dookied on
Yep.
a bunch of strangers,
Yeah.
all for a black library book.
Yeah, you got a
All
black
for
library
a black
book,
library
a draw
book.
pod, and an old Space Marine draw pod for his Tyranid army.
Oh my god, bro, wake me up. Bro,
Yeah.
wake me up.
Yeah, you're standing there like, what a shitty fucking experience for all 3 other people that had to play him.
I was
or 4
right.
other people that
I
had
was
to play
right
him.
there at the reward ceremony.
Yeah, you were standing next to me, and I was just shaking my head. And you're like, "What's wrong?" And I told you at beers afterwards. I was like, "Oh my god,
bro, that guy."
Like, I hate to be that guy who's like, actually, you can't get that many points, but like, fuck that guy."
Hey man, this is a good segue for like story-driven players and like competitive players. Are you considering switching to 30k when the new set drops? Are you gonna play Ultramarines in that world, where people are more story-driven, where the games are a little more laid back? Not that it's like low power, but like Ultramarines play a certain way, Iron Warriors play a certain way, Black Legion, not Black Legion, but Sons of Horus play a certain way.
I'm not going to answer your question directly, but I'm just going to say this. I have built and painted the Ultramarine Praetorians and the Imperial Fist Praetorians and that Fafnir model. That's all I'm going to say to that question. I'm not excited at all. I'm so excited for 30k. I can't wait.
So you are? Okay.
Oh yeah, die hard excited.
Yeah, so...
I don't know if I'm going to play Ultras.
just-
I think I'm going to build a small one, but I might do Imperial Fist. I want to try
I'm
my
sorry
hand
to
at
hear
Airbrush
that.
in yellow.
Sorry to hear that, Austin. You know, like we
Yeah.
have to kick you off the podcast.
Yeah, that's-
Alright, I'll leave now. I'll disconnect.
Yeah, sorry. Like
That's pretty.
we don't let losers on the podcast.
Hey man, we know we're cringe, but not that far. Not that much
Yeah, we're
cringe.
not. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing though, is if I play Ultramarines and I play a Word Bearers player, I'm just gonna flip the table in real life.
Oh,
like I
man.
understand that hatred.
Or you can just be like a Chad and be like, yeah, I play 30k Ultramarines. It's like, what are you playing 40k? Ultramarines.
Marines.
So what are you playing Age of Sigmar? Ultramarines.
Ultramarines.
What's the
He's gonna-
TTS line? We're gonna be the greatest in the multiverse.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, you're the MCU. You're the
Ultramarines.
of Ultramarines.
No,
You're the Marvel Continued Ultramarines, or whatever the fuck it's called.
I will paint my Stormcast Eternal blue now, just because you've said that.
Oh
Yeah, like-
yes.
You have to triple down on the.
Just triple down every system I play in, some sort of Ultramarines.
You're gonna play like Infinity, and it's just like, what the hell are those? You're like, oh, this is my Ultramarine army.
I'm gonna play like Ultron, and there's just many blue robots.
If it's not
Yeah.
Ultramarines, it's just you don't want it. That's it,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Feast.
the
If it's not
amateur-
Ultramarines, it's Feast, bro.
Feast,
It's
yep.
Feast.
bro. I'm telling you.
Peasants.
I'm telling you.
Can't wait for you to start a Tyranid book, you know? I can't wait for you to start Tyranids, and we
Yeah,
just look
dude.
at them like, what the fuck are these?
Ultramarines.
Ultramarines. I don't see a problem, guys.
They're
Everything's
Ultramarines.
Ultramarines.
They
Yeah.
came from a crag. They came from a crag. It's cool.
Oh man.
I think the last Tyranids I owned was from the Battle of the Crag box.
Dude,
Oh,
sell
Lord, it's
sell them
like
to me.
1995.
I don't
Sell-
have them anymore.
Fuck.
No, those were like mid 2000s. That was like 4th edition.
Oh man. Yeah, dude, those were the days. Remember those days? Remember when you could scatter, deep strike,
remember
and
the
lose
days.
your
Dude, man,
army?
seventh edition, bro. That's what we're talking about. It's 30k.
No, whoa! Did you not see their notes about the new Horus Heresy?
Uh-oh.
They're keeping blast templates.
So the blast templates and like flamer templates, yes, but they did specifically say this is not a rework of old Heresy. This is a new game.
Fuck.
So it's gonna be like what 8th edition was to 7th.
I don't think they're gonna change too much.
No, I think they're gonna keep some of the core stuff. I think they're gonna simplify it a little bit though.
I think they're just gonna change the strength and toughness system a lot because like back then it was kind of stupid.
I think they're gonna get rid of angles and stuff on vehicles and like firing arcs.
And I think they already confirmed that that's true. Like that they kept them.
Oh, okay.
Firing
There's
arcs
still
is
armor values.
There's still armor values?
They have AV?
There's armor values.
Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
front, sides, and back are all different depending on the vehicle.
Old school. That's
They kept firing arcs too and access points. There's someone leaked an image of a Spartan with the access points on it in the firing arcs.
Has anyone leaked the new tank that was in the trailer?
No.
Curious.
There's gonna be like free stratagems supposedly called reactions. There's just gonna be like different things to do, but they're
Okay,
gonna be free. No stratagems. No CP to do them.
Oh, okay, but like one-time use.
I don't even think they're gonna be one-time use. I think every unit might just have a different reaction or something.
I got a question for you guys. Back to 40k and 30k. I was on Reddit a couple days ago, and I posed this question to Aaron and Andrew. I saw this, and the people were talking about it, and I genuinely was interested. So we're talking about balance, right, in 40k?
Mm-hmm.
As one does.
As one does, because
As
that's
one
all there
does.
is to fucking talk about, unless you're a nerd like me and we're like, so in this book, this happened. But, I'll save my book nerd self to me, because I am an Ultramarine. Thought here, it was just a fun thought process, right? So 40k is played on a D6 system, correct?
Yes.
And you're basing everything off a
Sure.
D6. What
Correct.
if you switch to a D10?
Uh-oh.
It'd be annoying.
It would be annoying at first, right? But like, think about codexes and balance. So say you base Space Marines have a 4-up ballistic skill, right? You keep that.
Alright.
So you have still a 60% chance to hit like they do now with the BS3 on a D10. But you now increase from a 15% difference. Say when you go from 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, it's a 15% change of statistics on what's going to happen with that dice roll. If you go to a D10 system, you're only changing by 10% statistics now. So you could really spread out the fluff and feel of each army and balance it a little bit more and have a little bit more control over it.
Austin.
We're getting a little feedback from your mic.
Oh,
Austin,
sorry.
let me just stop you there. I don't want to live in a world where like we have D5 plus 5 weapons, you know?
It would just be it would be a D10 minimum 3,
D10 minimum 3.
or something like that.
D5 plus 1.
Is there? I've never. What does a D5 dice even fucking look like?
A D5 would just be a 1 and a 2 is a 1. It's like
Okay.
a D3.
Okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, no. So I'm just saying a D10 system, just shits and giggles. I was like, I don't actually hate the concept, and I think it would give GW a lot more room to.
I feel like that would make 2-up armor saves just infinitely more cancer.
You would get rid of that. You'd make it a 3-up, because statistically it'd be about the same.
So a Marine would have like a 4-up armor save?
Exactly. Yeah. And so what you do is you sit down at the system. At least that's how I would do it. My madness of a head. You set Marines at a 4.
So like what,
4 to hit.
4 would reduce your armor save to an 8?
Yeah, so you still get a save. You still got a 20% chance to maybe save it. But you would obviously AP would have to dramatically change and saves would change. But like just if you went from a system of Marines are 2 wounds, but they have a 4-up armor save and they hit on 4s, right? So you still have a 60% chance to hit and to save a wound. But then you go and you take Guardsmen and you put them on a 6 and a 6, and you take those 2 factions and you base everything else off of it.
I don't know. I would just like to see that they reduce AP first and before we move to D10.
Yeah, I don't. It was. My mic is crackling.
But-
Just,
yeah, a little
just,
bit.
just
Just
a little.
unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah,
Is that better?
much better.
A
Much
little,
better.
yeah.
Soothing now.
There we go.
Yeah, much better. Oh no, but
I just think that I feel like because John doesn't play Marines, but like we do. I play CSM. You play Space Marines, right? Just the higher AP. It does just feel bad. Like I paid 18 points for a model with 2 wounds and a 3-up armor save, and half the time it has a 5-up armor save, and it just dies. It dies if I fail it because everything does 2 damage now.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah.
It just feels bad. I mean, like, I'd rather see AP get reduced before, like, AP and damage, for instance, should be reduced.
Yes.
Like, I feel like games need to... Because at the beginning of 9th edition, everyone was like, oh, the game's too brawly, it's just a slugfest to see who survives till turn 5, right?
Yeah.
And now the main complaint is, the game's too killing, I can't survive to turn 2.
I miss turn 6 and 7 from 8th edition.
Hey, man.
I was a fan of that random dice roll.
Just play your Imperial Fists, bro. You get to turn 6 every game.
Yeah.
In Horus Heresy.
True.
Actually, you don't even get to choose it. Your opponent gets to choose it.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Minecraft, bro.
Oh man.
But like, I'd rather see damage and AP get reduced, and because for instance, back in 7th edition, like a bolt gun's AP 5, right? If I shot a guardsman, you just instantly died. But
yeah,
would you say it's more fair than now, where if I shoot a guardsman with a bolt gun, he has a 5-up armor save?
6-up. 6-up armor.
With a bolt gun, not a bolt rifle.
With the
bolt gun.
I thought you. Okay.
So I gotta ask again. What doctrine are we in?
I'm playing Chaos Space Marines. We don't have those.
Oh, you don't have those yet. That's right.
Oh shit.
That just sucks. Yeah.
Where's your second wound, bro?
I like that units get saves. I feel like it's more intuitive to the game, and that it makes AP better. Like it makes AP more meaningful when less units have it. It becomes better, right?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
Yeah, like I don't think mainline infantry units should have fucking AP.
Oh, like Termagants now, like with their smart missile?
Termagants, like
stupid.
pulse rifles are strength 5 AP 1, and like it's just silly. It just feels stupid.
And okay, I'm gonna say this because I'm a big lore nerd.
Pulse carbine.
People always use this argument, right? Well, in the lore, the pulse carbine just melts through Space Marine armor, right? Like that's the go-to answer, right? And we've all heard it.
Mm-hmm.
My response now, as I become older and a bitter old man here, is fuck you. They only write the books and the games to sell more models.
Woo!
Not even that. It's just like, okay, what type of book did you read? Was it a Tau book or a Space Marine book?
Exactly.
Because it's two different perspectives of the game.
Was it a map
or the lore?
book?
Well, if you read Damocles, which would be the prime example of Tau and Space Marine, you get young Farsight and you get young Cato Sicarius and the guy who becomes the captain of the 8th Company for Ultramarines, right? Those are your point of view characters. So you get both in that book, and all this crazy shit happens in it. But once again, I don't want to see that crazy shit on the table because it's not balanced.
It's not fun.
Unless I'm doing a narrative game where I say, yeah, characters get extra 2 wounds, an extra attack, and extra toughness because I want my character bowl because that's gonna be fun to like visually see. Sure, but competitively, it should not be that way.
Well, I mean, if we do it if people just want to bring up the lore for stupid reasons, just like, okay, cool, can I just feel 4 custodes and you lose the game? I just put 4 custodes on the table.
Can my 100 custodes fight your 1,000 orcs and only 2 die?
Yeah.
That's a prime moment from. Actually, no, those 2 custodes didn't even die. They were just taken out as casualties. They didn't die. They were just wounded.
Yikes.
Not even that. It's just like, oh, you fight a tiered player. Well, can I just win instantly? Like, you have the entire Imperial Navy above the table, asshole. It's like, shut up.
Have you physically gone through an Exterminatus the last 4 planets I could have consumed before I got to this battlefield? Yeah. To drain me of energy?
Anyone who wants to cite the lore for rules is just like, it's just kind of like an appeal to.
It's a bullshit excuse.
It is.
It's like an appeal to authority, almost like, oh, these guys are in charge of the game, so they know what they're doing. It's like, no, obviously they don't. Right?
That's assuming they know what they're doing. Yeah, they don't.
Just because Dante shoots an Inferno pistol through the Swarmlord's right eye and kills it instantly doesn't mean he should do it in game.
Yeah, it's a badass moment that maybe it can happen in game, but it's not an immediate kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't ever cite the lore for games like this. If you want to cite the lore for games, go play Bolt Action or something, you fucking weirdo. Let's play D-Day 6 times in a row, guys!
Yeah.
Oh no, the Americans won again!
Who would have guessed?
Oh, like, who gives a fuck? Like, if we're playing a 41st Millennium game, it's, like, supposed to be kind of
No,
cool.
and if you're sitting at a competitive, like, if you're looking to balance thing from a competitive nature, that's never where you should go with that argument.
Yeah, I'm always, like, even, like back in the StarCraft days, like, tweak first, ask questions later, right?
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if we make Guardians unplayable for a week, it's better than if they're fucking broken for 6 months, right?
Well, so that raises
Like-
a question from my side about this. Is I know we can all agree that obviously the armies
I don't
are
want to
not,
use Guardians there. We can just use any model.
Yeah, any
Space
model.
Marine.
But-
it doesn't really matter.
but like these armies are obviously there's a disconnect between the lore and the armies as they stand. But do you think, as the armies stand now, do you think there's any bearing on the lore? Like, okay, Space Marines, or like the tier list. If we look at the tier list of like where these armies stand, is that where they should be, or no?
Yes. They're not far
Um,
off.
I think Space Marines as, like, not even from a lore perspective, right? But, like, from, like, I understand you just asked because of the lore, but, like, because of the lore, them being at 50% means a lot, because it's like, oh, this army does everything okay.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, in the lore, like, the Space Marines just go, they, like, keep everything at bay. They don't actually, like, gain territory anymore. Like, they just keep things from fucking lighting the Imperium on fire.
No,
So, like,
and-
lore-wise, I think that Space Marines being the most middle ground army in the game makes
Perfect.
sense.
it's perfect.
They should be the 50% win rate army,
Yes,
or like the
100%,
49% win rate
100%
army. Like, they shouldn't be 70 or 80%.
Preach it.
Like, I feel like if you're a better player, you should just win
Yeah.
in most games. But, like, the games that, like, everyone's played, obviously, but, like, I played very few games in 9th because I recently got a new job and shit, but, like, the games I have played, I don't feel like I'm the better player. I just felt like I picked up a better codex.
Yeah. Well, if you that's like that age-old argument. You know, if you beat me, I have, If you beat me, you have a better list. If I beat you, I'm a better player, right? So I mean, we all
Yeah,
just...
true. No, definitely. It's just like, yeah, if I win, I'm a great, I'm Napoleon incarnate, motherfucker. But if you win, you cheated.
You cheated, Judge.
Yeah.
Judge.
So-
My dice
no,
roll
yeah.
sucked.
You know what I say when I lose at tournaments? I check their base size of every model, just to make sure they're on the
Oh, I
32
weight
and not at
test them.
45.
That's,
Yeah.
That's pussy shit, bro. I weight test them. See if they're using China cast.
No.
I'm
Here's
just
I
ripping
pull out
on
a
Travis.
gram scale.
I'm
bro.
just ripping on Travis.
At the LVTT, I saw the worst thing I've ever seen. Like bad sportsmanship. This guy lost with his sisters, and I saw him by the judges' table trying to argue away the point score for painted for his opponent because he's saying that they weren't based appropriately because he lost by 9 points. How the absolute state of yourself as an individual, as a person, that you would go and do that to your opponent because you lost by 9 points. They're
I
not
feel
painted.
So here's the
Dude,
thing.
I
Here's
feel
the
like
thing.
in
No,
the
you go.
game, yes, I feel like in the game, right? I feel like in a game like 40K, because it is a dice game, I feel like it's like more respectable to be sad at the outcome of your dice rolls or something, but I never feel like you should be mad at them. Like, I just feel like you just
Oh,
accept
you
it, like, oh,
You guys are
like, this
laughing
is,
at it.
yeah, like, it's just stupid. Like, it's just, you can't do anything.
I mean, my perspective is as long as you're not taking it out on your opponent and it's just
Yes.
solely on the dice, you're fine. But there's so many people that take it personally, that take it like to the next level, that become insulting or get shitty about it, and it's so sad.
I like.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, like I think I have a prime example from my last RTT with you, John, that you were TO for.
Wait, what
When I
happened?
played Travis and I rolled just so cold, the game was over. Turn 2 against the Grey Knights. I did like 1
Oh.
point of damage with all my 2K, and it almost was all gone because literally just rolled 1s and 2s. everything.
Oh my god, that
And, like,
sucks.
And it was a thing where Travis was standing there. He goes, "I can't believe this is happening right now." I'm like, yeah, there's no loss of statistics here. Like, it was just not happening. Like, it was not averaging out, and I'm just laughing and almost crying. Like, not in a in frustration, but like it was just hilarious that it was happening at all. And like it earned a turn 2 or 3. I was like, or it was 3. I was like, Travis, if you can kill these bottles, the game is over. We can count this out favorably for both of us, and I will go buy you a beer. Just end my suffering.
Yeah, I think we've all had a game, at least one that was somewhat like that in our.
Do you remember when
time.
you fought my sister's list? Just like this
Oh.
past, like I think it was like 3 weeks ago. You made me take 22 of Farmer Sims. I failed 9 of them. I was just
Yeah, you're like, get me the fuck out of here.
I was like, just get me out of this game, dude.
Get me the fuck out of this game. Oh no, dude!
Bro, I cannot play Sisters of Battle. No matter how much I try, the more I play, the more I hate that army. Like, I just hate it now.
Yeah.
I forget their
It's
new
like-
codex too.
It's like this festering wound on me.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like, I
yeah,
hate
dude.
it.
Here's the kicker about that one, Austin, is that Eldar got a better version of Miracle Dice than Sisters.
Yep. Yep.
What a kick in the
They
nuts.
can't. They cannot do damage, admittedly. But like when most of your shit is D3 plus 3 damage or like 2 or 3 damage flat, it's not that big a deal.
That Eldar dice system is nutty.
Oh yeah, it is.
I just hate. It's just stupid that they get more. It's not even like. It's a cool mechanic, I will admit, because it's like, oh, we can see the future. We're elves and we're stupid, right? But like,
Wait,
fucking,
are you
like,
quoting the lore at me, bitch?
yeah, this is the lore. This is the lore. Like, the Farseer rubs the soul stones or some shit and makes fucking 4 dice
Yeah.
come out of nowhere. Like, it's stupid. Like, it makes sense, right? Because like, there's like the whole Yandon thing where like he's like, oh, go back in time and put Wraith Lords in spots so that the Tyranids don't kill us all. And
Wait,
that's what
this
happens,
is the same
right?
thing the Thousand Suns do.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, but like, it's just silly. Like that they get like 25 or 20 in a game, and like Sisters of Battle are like,
Yeah.
if you kill my unit, I get 1 more of my mechanic MP points more. If I just tactically throw away this Revenge Squad,
Yeah, right. I can get a special dice to
I can
fuck
get a
something else
special
up.
dice. I get a special dice my unit can use 1 of.
And then Eldar are like, I get to roll 6 dice and pick which 4 I keep. And if this guy's my Farseer, I get to re-roll 2 of them.
Oh yeah, they're fucking. They're automatic 6s. Sisters of Battle. Yeah, I have a 1 and a 2. I mean, I guess
Don't
I'll
worry.
say.
I have Celestine, so I get to adjust 1 dice a turn or whatever it is.
No, it's not even what Celestine does.
I forget. Somebody does
Dialogus or some. It's
it. Yeah, someone does it.
If you play Evan Chalice, you can discard a dice to make it a 6. So you have to spend 2 to make 1 a 6.
Yeah. Okay.
And a Dialogus increases or decreases the value by 1 to a minimum
Yeah,
1 or 6.
okay.
It's good. Like it's silly.
So did you guys hear about the FAQ that came out today for Eldar? I'm gonna put it up on
No.
I'm gonna put it up on
It's
the
out
screen
today?
real quick. Yeah, I'm
I
I
didn't
wanna-
even see there's FAQ. I was
I'm gonna
stuck
put
at
this
work.
on the stream, that everyone can see.
This is just like
Oh,
I hate elves or something.
This is the funny one. Yes.
yep. So this,
Oh, not to spoil it.
so
I
this
don't have
one,
a stream to pull
yeah.
up.
Hold on, I'll send it to you guys too, so you can see.
It was great.
It's pretty,
It was
it's pretty solid.
What was the one? What's my favorite one? It's the Fuck, where was it? It was just so funny.
Mine's the feet.
Here's
What
what
the hell
you
is this?
You perv.
You mentioned feet. It's like that's it. It's golden. Here it is. Posted right now. Yep. So
Lord of
it's
Sims-
called feet.
Lord of Sims was
Oh,
my favorite.
scrumptious, splendid, superb. Any Yanari within 24 inches of Yvrain are inspired by Yvrain's feet. Reroll all hit rolls and wound rolls for those units. Now that's a good rule. That's very fluffy. I think that's based in.
Who made this? Who actually made this?
I don't know.
No, the Vizark Lord of Simps is one of my favorites on there too.
Oh yeah, that one. If Vizar is, so I'll read it verbatim for you guys, so you can understand how like deep and lore based this is. Lord of Simps. As long as the Vizark is the only male figurine within 3 inches of your brain, he gets to give a look of superiority to any other Eldari units around him. Ooh, spicy. So see
Wait,
that.
I have a question. Is Gilman on the table? Does he just commit honorable Sabuku?
No, I think he simps. He gets the buff from the feet, even if you're playing against.
I was just wondering. Like, I feel like if Gilman's on the table, like Lord of Simps should just not be allowed to happen.
I mean, that's a valid point, dude. These are the tough lore questions. This is why I wanted to start this. See, was because we could talk about feet, we could talk about the real rules that are coming out. Obviously, this is not. Unfortunately, it's not a real set of rules. It would be nice though.
I will play you. Anyone who wants to play with this set of rules, Arata, I will play that game happily.
I will.
I'm gonna- I'll only buy a Yvrain model just for the toes. I will not play Eldar, unfortunately.
So on my EWG Discord, my girlfriend's in there. She knows no idea about 40K. She just wanted to be added to the Discord because she always sees me checking it, right? And my name on the Discord is like Brother Captain Austin or whatever. I changed her name to Yvrain. She likes elves though. Like not, I hate elves. But for whatever reason, she loves elves and D&D.
Yeah, I'm more of a squat fan myself too.
Yeah. So I named her to Yvrain crossplayer Courtney.
Ooh. Did she like that?
She didn't get it, and she thought it was an insult at first. And I was like, "Go Google it," and she's like, "Oh, never mind. I take it back."
Yep. Pet the cat.
Exactly.
Pet your green cat. That what is that thing called?
It's like a. Oh fuck. What is it?
Gyrinx? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a weird play on words with Sphinx, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But no, I want to ask you guys one question about where you guys think this is going to go. Do you think that 9th edition is fixable? We've got like, what, 2-3 more books before the end of it, and then 10th edition will be rolling out. Do you think that that Knights and Guard are going to change the fate of this
We'll see us in
this fucking edition? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. No, fuck them.
Allegedly.
No, fuck them.
I don't
They don't
think
exist.
we get 9th edition in the next 2 years. I think it's 2 years out for 10th edition.
Wow.
I don't think we're gonna fix 9th edition.
I think with them announcing the seasons thing, which I have high hopes for. The seasons every 6 months, really doing a big, rework of systems and things, and like major FAQs,
Yeah.
and like adjusting how it's going to play. I think that was their way of saying, "Hey, we understand things aren't balanced. Like they obviously understand that they're fucking human beings on the internet, and they play their own games." That was their way of saying, we're going to update this game in a more consistent manner with you not having to buy new codexes all the time.
The question is, though, are they really not going to interact with the community at all in the entire span of that 6 months like we're seeing now? Because we haven't really had any direct interaction. We're just all kind of waiting while these armies wreak havoc on everything.
Because what the last nerf we got was right before Tau came out, right?
Well, I mean, we're also
last-
just we're waiting for new codexes, with anticipation that they'll change something with and dread. Just oh, how broken is it gonna be? The Knights, the
Knights are going to be busted because Knights are almost impossible to balance, right? Either which way you go with it, they're either shit or they're too good.
It's just the anti Warhammer. I've always hated Knights. I've always thought it was the most anti Warhammer army, where it's just I play with 3 models that kill things. They're super good. It's
oh, you mean Crusher?
Hey, Crusher is 7 models, alright?
That's why I play Giants in AOS. I can get away with 3 or 4 models.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's the thing, though. It's it's literally it's given rise to these stat check armies too. That's a big thing that's coming. It's can you kill this? No. Okay, I'm gonna mow you down. Can you shoot this? No, you can't. Okay, I'm gonna fuck you up. I mean, that's what we've been seeing a lot of. It's not less of that. It's more of that, and it's in a more diverse way. So that's what I don't like. I don't like the way the game is going, and I'm really just kind of hoping for 10th edition. Hopefully, 30K can keep me tied up in the meantime.
They just burn all the books and release indexes at the start of 8th,
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Don't say
what I
that.
think was healthy, though? And I will give them some credit. Putting all the Aldari stuff into one codex.
That's true. It's a thick book.
I think that was a good call on their part.
You can knock someone out with that book, dude. Have you seen it? It's
Yeah.
big. It needed to happen, though. Honestly, that's where Harlequin started in the first place. It was going to happen eventually.
They don't have enough for a codex.
No.
Which is my
Hey
concern.
man, they had a
with
White
Gold Eaters.
Dwarf last edition.
5 data sheets, bro.
Yeah.
5 data sheets. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just kind of fade away. I'm a casual gamer anyway. You guys all know this. I'm a casual gamer. So I'm just
I host all the fucking tournaments and
I
drive
don't-
out to Bakersfield and shit.
Yo, dude, I don't even play the games. It's a psyop. I'm a deepfake actor. I don't play any of these games. I have my people
Yeah.
play them for me.
This is all just to get Doom Spiral established.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm a man behind the curtain. I don't do anything.
Says the man with his face on the t-shirt.
and the dice and the objective markers. By the way, available on our website.
I have the old school ones. So.
You do. You got the
I s-
OGs. I still got
I
to
have
send
the
you your
OGs.
shirt and your markers and your dice.
Yeah, I know.
The second
I
order of
know,
dice
I
is
know.
coming.
Where are my fucking
I
dice?
mean, when
Oh.
I my tax return.
So
almost,
the second order is
PO
coming on
box.
Wednesday. First order is right here in my studio.
I need more dice to use as wound markers.
Ooh, yeah, this one will be good. They have my face on them. It
Is
hurts
the
to
one
look
or
at.
the 6?
It's on the one.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it hurts to look at, bro. It really.
Of course, the Doom Spiral would have a 1 as the icon, dude.
Yeah. So
You're
I've
Doom
got.
spiraling, bro.
Yeah, I'm malding, bro. I'm malding.
I'm malding, dude.
I don't even know what that means.
Malding. Oh, you're explain it,
mad
Garrett.
balding.
Yeah,
it's
you're
mad balding. That's
Mad
all it
bald.
is.
You're just going bald. You're so fucking mad. But-
Large
Yeah.
magnitude of rage. Got it.
I mean, have you not noticed Trevi's like hairline's been pushed back over the course of several months after playing me? It's just
Pretty sure when he fought the top player on stream, he was just like,
Bro.
he was, like ripping his hair out. Just like,
I think you guys can all agree. Everyone I've played in the last like year or so has aged significantly, more than a year, because they
Oh,
played
yeah.
me.
John, I have gray hairs now everywhere since we last played.
That's not good. You should get that checked out. You're only,
Yeah,
you're
John,
you're a
like-
young man. What the heck?
Not that
I,
young
I
anymore.
played so much Crusher Sleep, he'd have arthritis now, like Jesus.
Arthritis? Oh no.
It's just like some random disease.
You have arthritis?
You give me type 2 diabetes, bro.
Diabetes? Oh no.
I'm
Yeah,
moving
maybe.
on to it.
Bro, there's a reason I don't age. I'm a vampire, a 40k vampire. I
Are
just,
you an energy
Yeah.
vampire?
a 40k vampire. I steal people's energy and joy when I play this fucking game. That's where the Doom Spiral
It's-
thing came.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. I have to just like I'll get my next time we play. I'll hire some Fiverr like Coven of Witches to like curse you.
Oh man, dude, just
Yeah, I
get.
got
I'll get
this.
get my shaman on the horn, quick.
Oh fuck.
Oh no, but one thing I was gonna say that I've noticed too, with all this shit, is the like total like apathy at ITC events. They really Frontline Gaming's used to be able to correct stuff very quickly on their own. There was a lot of agility
Yeah.
there, but now because they're partnered with GW, they can't say shit. They're sitting on their hands.
Yep.
Yeah,
no.
It's pretty harsh.
I have mixed feelings about them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Frontline Gaming all that much right now. I think the rule calling that they did at LVO was just utter nonsense
Yeah.
for you guys
Oh yeah.
competitively.
I don't know if I told you this, Garrett, but one of the rules that the judges make bad calls. All right, they've been known for it. And one of the worst calls I saw at LVO was they were saying that Hiveguard ignore all cover, not just the benefits of light cover. They ignore dents. They ignore negatives
Oh,
to
my
shooting.
Lord.
Yeah.
All shooting
Yeah.
modifiers. They ignore. And I was like, bro, what? I found that out on like the 5th game of the 6 games, because the custodes guy called him. He's like, just to clarify with the judge, we're ignoring all this, right? And he's like, yes. And I was like, what? And he's like, yep, that's the ruling. And I was like, that's really stupid. Yeah, that's really stupid. So like people were playing with Hiveguard, not taking penalties for dents, getting bioweapon bond and just hitting things on 2s no matter what. It's pretty cancer.
Hey guys, you want to go back to playing 8th edition with me?
I never played, but I'll start.
Hey man.
You and I played so much 8th edition together. Shut the hell up, John.
What? Oh, that was 8th edition?
Yeah,
I
we
didn't-
played some
dude,
8th,
I-
we played 9th.
We've played 8th edition. I taught you in 8th edition. Bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't remember. Bro,
I
I
was
tried
bringing
to.
20 Plague Marines, a cloud of flies, and like Blight Bombardment.
So, I try to
Like, my
block.
old ways, bro.
I-
My old ways.
I block all that shit out, to be completely honest with you.
You don't remember the triple rep X mad dash I always did?
I want to throw up. I want to throw up. But look, so guys, we're starting to wind down here. So I just want to kind of close with just thoughts for the future. If you guys like have any thoughts and prayers for thoughts and prayers for things.
I'm gonna see if Orlando has a 30k group. I'm just-
I hope for the D10 system that everything that is not Ultramarines gets nerfed into the ground and I get 100% win weight, and that and I'm world champ by this time next year.
Man, I hope that Tyranids get legends and I don't have to play this shit anymore. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for
I hope Tyranid gets squatted. Just get him out of here.
No,
can we-
squats are
Use
back.
the Tyranid book
Did you already
and
talk about the
squats.
squats? Are we taking bets if that's real or not?
It's not real. There's no fucking way. There's no way. I'm not gonna entertain it. I'm literally about to
No,
jump.
can-
I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge.
Can I say something real quick about it?
Go for it.
Go for
And once
it.
again, we're going back to the lore thing.
Oh
Like
no.
the most recent books, like the current lore, like bringing it up to date books, have mentioned them in every single one.
Oh shit.
Like squats are officially back in the lore. So like, I just wonder, are they going to be a kill team, or are they going to be like a sub faction to guard?
It's gonna be a Necromunda.
Necromunda.
It's gonna be a Warcry army, dude.
It's gonna be a,
Warcry, yeah.
Yeah, just like, it's my Photon Blaster. Just kills an orc instantly. Sorry, bro.
it's a war crime. It's
Yeah.
Sorry about your water elves. I just deleted them with a plasma pistol.
good lord.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Warcry army. It's just one of those made-up games. Like, it'll be an Underworld's army or something. Like,
It's a psyop, bro. They're fake. They're
a psyop.
they're gaslighting you, Austin.
Wait, what? I
Yes.
missed that.
you've been gaslit, bro.
Bro, you ever heard
What'd
that
you
joke
say?
about being gaslit before?
No, never.
What?
You're
you
so
never?
deceived.
Yo, I fucking told you that joke. What are you talking about?
You didn't know that. Joe fucking roasted that joke
I told you that joke years ago.
years ago. We've been friends for decades.
How dare you? No, but look, hey, Austin, appreciate you coming on, dude. Austin
It's
from
been good.
Eternal War Gaming. I posted his Instagram in the chat a couple times. Please follow. They do some great stuff. They're gonna start filming themselves too. And if you want to, Austin, you want to kind of lay down the groundwork there, talk about what you guys are planning.
So we got coming up. We're EWG. We're very much focused on like friendly game. I shouldn't say friendly. How do you word it? Like non-competitive games, right? So narrative. Eternal War? We're named Eternal War because it's like the non-competitive gameplay format, right? So that's where we took the name from. And the idea we're going forward is we got an 8-episode campaign in the works, being written and planned, where we have like 5 different players who are going to affect the narrative, and I'm kind of the GM for it, the DM, Dungeon Master, Game Master, whatever you want to call it. And their games are set up so there's no set outcome, and as their outcomes go out, it affects what the next match will be. If it's either going to be a full 40k game or a kill team game, and there's going to be I'm so excited for it because I'm finally 3D printing bits for it. Just the most, in my head, it's going to be the most beautiful 40k map I've ever seen.
Oh man, I look for. Are you gonna be posting that on your Instagram? Pictures of that? Please do.
Yeah. I can't. Some of it's, and like, I don't know if anyone from my channel is even watching this, podcast, but there are things that only I and Aaron know, and the other 8 people involved have no idea what's going to happen.
Oh, no spoilers then. No spoilers.
Alright.
Yeah,
no
so I don't want to
spoilers.
spoil anything, because it's going to be fun, and there's going to be little hints at things, and it's very. I'm trying to do a very. Because I enjoy narrative battle reports. I don't like to watch a competitive battle report. I feel like most people are that way.
I can agree with that.
They're a little more entertaining. So we're trying to do an entertaining thing with it, where the players still feel like it's very D&D influenced, to where the players' actions affect the game, but the DM already has kind of the storyline laid out.
So, like, more of like a named character, like this.
Yeah.
They make a character almost, and
Yeah.
they have like a warband that follows
Yeah.
them around.
So, like,
okay.
And these aren't spoilers. The first mission is a kill team, and it's Tal versus either guard or Marines. We haven't fully fleshed out who's doing it yet. And it's a suicide mission for the Imperial player, where they need to get off a relay message to get a support to this planet that's being invaded during, like, sphere expansion by the Tau. That's the first mission. And if a Marine gets to survive or a Guardsman gets to survive, maybe he gets promoted to Lieutenant Governor of the planet because he's the last fucking Guardsman alive. And that becomes the name character for one of the players. And the Pathfinder leader becomes, a commander. He gets promoted, gets a better suit of armor, and he becomes the name character for that army.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to kind of spiral from there. And how that mission does will affect how many Imperial reinforcements come in the next battle for the full 40k match. And so on and so on.
Oh man, you know what? Honestly, like if you test this out and it works, it might be something you want to implement in the store because they need something like that badly. That'd be so cool to see. Keep us posted, man. That'd be awesome to hear about.
And right now there'll be a bunch of photos coming. Like this Sunday, we're starting a 1K mini tournament with 14 of us, and you can only play 1K. And the goal is to bring something that's non-competitive, like just a funky list you can make with your models.
Judge! No.
Exactly. and like, and we're playing with like some, I don't want to say nutty rules, but like, if you want to house rule something, go for it. So like, super heavy auxiliary detachments are free,
Oh wow.
and the unit in that gets all the benefits of your army. Is like one of the house rules I laid out for it.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. No, but
Weird.
that sounds cool. Like I said, thanks again for coming. I'm gonna try
thanks for
having these podcasts like once a week. We got a book of guests already lined up. We'll just get all that
Oh, I
sorted.
see. So you're not inviting me back. You're
Of
just
course
saying,
you're
"Thank you
coming
for
back.
being
You're
here. Have a
you're
good
on the
one. Goodbye."
list.
No.
You're on
I
the
get
list.
it. I'm out.
Oh man, so exclusive. No, but yeah, and hopefully I'll start winding up some games. Might even include some 30K. But thanks guys for watching and
Thank you,
have a
John.
good night. Thanks, dude.
Bye.